The morning rush had already passed, and the skyscraper's lobby was almost silent except for the squeak of Thomas's mop gliding over the polished marble floor. His uniform was clean but worn, his boots scuffed from years of work. He moved methodically, keeping his eyes down. He knew most people preferred not to notice the janitor. The elevator chimed and the doors slid open with a soft hiss. Out stepped a little girl no older than 6, wearing a pale yellow dress that swished around her knees. A stuffed bunny dangled from her small hand, its fur matted from years of love. She looked around for a moment, then spotted Thomas. Her eyes lit up with the unfiltered curiosity only a child could have. She walked right up to him, tilting her head back to meet his gaze. "Hi," she said brightly. "Are you my new daddy?" The mop stopped mid-swipe. Thomas's heart gave an odd little jolt. He blinked at her, wondering if he'd heard right. I think you've got the wrong guy." "Sweetheart," Thomas managed, his voice gentle but uncertain. He'd been called many things over the years. Janitor, sir, even hey you, but never that. Before the girl could reply, a deep, commanding voice cut across the lobby.
"Lily!"
The sound made her spin on her heels, bunny swinging in her hand. A tall man in an impeccably tailored charcoal suit strode toward them, his presence instantly changing the air. Thomas recognized him immediately, Mr. Harrison, the CEO of the entire company, whose building Thomas cleaned. Lily ran to him, but not before glancing back at Thomas with a small smile. As if sharing a secret, Mr. Harrison scooped her up effortlessly, then turned his attention to Thomas. His eyes, sharp, assessing, flicked between the janitor and the little girl, and for a brief moment something unreadable passed over his expression. Thomas shifted his weight, suddenly aware of the faint smell of floor, cleaner, and the damp streaks his mop had left behind. "I'm so sorry," Mr. Harrison said as he reached them, adjusting the little girl in his arms. His voice was calm, but there was a flicker of something in his tone, embarrassment, maybe even a hint of vulnerability. "She has a habit of saying things that catch people off guard." Thomas chuckled politely, though his chest still felt oddly tight. "Kids, huh? They've got no filter." Lily leaned her head on her father's shoulder, but kept peeking at Thomas with an almost stubborn curiosity, as if she knew something no one else did. Mr. Harrison hesitated before speaking again, his eyes briefly darting to the floor. "Her mother passed away last year. Since then, she's been asking about a new daddy." The words landed heavy in the quiet space between them. Thomas's hands tightened on the mop handle. He'd lost someone once too. It wasn't the same, but he recognized the hollow ache behind the man's composed exterior. "She's just looking for someone to make her feel safe again," Mr. Harrison added softly. Thomas nodded slowly, unsure what to say that wouldn't sound clumsy. For a moment, their eyes met, two very different men standing in the same moment of shared humanity. Mr. Harrison shifted Lily to his other arm and began walking toward the elevators. The echo of his polished shoes contrasted with the faint squeak of Thomas's mop on the marble. But just before they reached the doors, Lily wriggled free enough to wave. "Bye, Mr. Janitor," she called, her grin wide and fearless. Thomas couldn't help but smile back. "Bye, kiddo." The CEO paused, half turning. His gaze lingered on Thomas a moment longer than necessary, softer now, almost curious. "Maybe we'll see you around," he said. The elevator doors slid shut, leaving the lobby in silence once more. Thomas stared at his own reflection in the polished floor. Something about the encounter had shifted the air around him, like a door had been quietly cracked open, and on the other side was something unexpected, something that could change everything.